Shuster.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome our witnesses here today to the hearing for PHMSA. And we're looking forward to getting an update on the work that's happening there. Ms. Quartermain, it's good to see you again. Also, as mentioned, we have a second panel. Let's take a brief opportunity to introduce him. It's Mr. William Weimer, who's the Vice President General Counsel of Phantom Fireworks, which is headquartered in Youngstown, Ohio. He also serves as the President of the American Pyrotechnics Association, the Principal Safety and Trade Association for the firework industry. Phantom Fireworks also has retail locations nationwide, including a consumer fireworks showroom in my home state of Pennsylvania, Warfordsburg, Pennsylvania, which I pass on my way. I keep saying I'm going to stop in there one day, although I don't think I'm allowed to buy fireworks being a resident of Pennsylvania. So I'll come in and I guess just look around the showroom. So welcome, Mr. Weimer. I know you have extensive knowledge, and I know you all have some things you want to say today and how PHMSA's processing of special permits is going to affect your industry, and be valuable testimony for us. Clearly, our committee majority staff has uncovered some shortcomings with PHMSA processing of special permits and approvals. Fortunately, none of these problems with PHMSA's paperwork has contributed to an accident. Hazardous materials make up nearly a third of freight ton miles in this country, and accidents are incredibly rare. A person is 4 times more likely to get struck by lightning than be killed by a hazmat transportation accident. I do believe these paperwork issues deserve attention, but I'm becoming increasingly concerned about the effect of congressional spotlight on PHMSA's ability to quickly process special permits and approvals. Industry needs these permits and approvals in order to do business, and it's apparent that PHMSA is becoming so knotted up in red tape that it's not keeping pace with the needs of industries that it oversees. Hazmat transportation is remarkably safe, considering the intrinsic danger in moving volatile products, but I understand and appreciate the desire to make things even safer. However, we absolutely cannot afford to disrupt commerce by over-regulating these businesses. The paperwork problems identified by the Department of Transportation IG are occurring within PHMSA. This is not a case where industry has done anything questionable, and considering that we are in the early stages of a long overdue economic recovery, jeopardizing these companies' ability to get back to business and create jobs is, I believe, is a huge mistake. Mr. Weimer has told us that the slowdown in PHMSA has already having a significant impact in his business and on the entire fireworks industry. The disruption means that new types of fireworks will probably not be available for the 4th of July celebrations this year. The Chinese firework manufacturers are stuck in the record backlog of approvals at PHMSA, and as a result, the fireworks industry may not be able to offer a single new product for sale this year. Additionally, because in many cases U.S. companies are forced to pay for products sitting in Chinese warehouses that cannot be imported, many of the small family companies that represent the vast majority of the fireworks business in the U.S. are not expected to survive. And it's not just the fireworks supply that is a slowdown of PHMSA that PHMSA is impacting. Special permits and approvals are needed for thousands of goods and activities. The explosives industry that we rely on for construction and mining is being disrupted. Our agriculture industry may be harmed because fertilizer requires special permit approvals. So what I'm most interested in hearing about today from PHMSA is what they're doing to get through the backlog of these special permits and approvals, and how can we ensure these delays will not continue. I'd also like to hear from PHMSA if PHMSA is doing to reduce the number of special permits that are needed. Many of these activities require a special permit, are decades old, and should be moved under hazmat regulations so permits are no longer required. The fewer special permits that are needed to be processed, the more streamlined the system will become. And finally, I want to take a moment to recognize my colleague, Mr. Graves from Missouri, who's taken a special interest in this issue and proposed an amendment to the special permits provision in the hazmat bill we had before the committee last year. So I know he has a few words to say about it. Again, thank you for witnesses for being here today, and thank you, Mr. Chairman.